finally gonna work on this stereo. And we're at Home Depot here, parking lot. There's this nice little corner. It's kind of weird. There's like no spots. I don't know. I'll show you. As you can see, it's really wooded and shaded, which is nice. It's not like super hot, but you don't want to be in the sun. There's a garbage can sitting at the Home Depot, which is ironic since I worked there for almost 6 years. Well, not this one, but you know. But we're going to tackle that beast today. And we've got our buddy Tornado on in the background there, so try and give him some watch time while he's Fortniting. So let's tackle this beast and get this old 2008 technology out of here, get some Bluetooth. All right, well, here it is. So we're going to put this beast in, replace that old beast. I got this for my birthday last October from my mom and my sister. So, you know, about time we put it in. I was hoping to have a new van to throw it in, but that ain't happening, so we'll put it in here for now. It's not a super expensive one, but we get CDs and DVDs and some Bluetooth. All right. Okay, we got to take this little, there's a little star here, a Torx.
Guys, please no rebooting on my shift. They got it off, though.
Undo this so we can take this thing off.
I never saw either one of them. There's a car out here.
You can hear Tornado back there playing Fortnite.
You guys get over to the yellow marker. Come on.
I forgot how tight I put that. That's what she said. And then it just pops right off the shifter.
Come on, get up here, guys.
Hey, easy.
Up on the robot phallus.
This used to be a leather one, actually, and it was on this side right here, and I just ripped it off. It actually looks better. But only the Sport has the carbon fiber.
Yeah, I don't know. Why do you think I've been saying get up here?
So, you should have like a plastic thing to open this, but I don't really care. I just gotta kind of pry that off there. This all just snaps off. If you've seen it in the video, the heater core video, I had to take all this, well, half the car apart, but this is all one piece. I wish I had some, I should paint it, but I tried to paint it with a paint marker and it just came off, so it ended up looking worse. So I actually have to sand it and spray paint it or something. Come off here. It always feels like you're gonna break it, but well, maybe you will. Come off. I know there's no bolts. There it goes. Oh, I think the shifter, we gotta, well, let me push it in. Now I'm gonna have to put it back on. Bugger. I could just set it on there though. I'm gonna turn the key, and we can put it in neutral or whatever. And we can get this off. Come on, you bugger. There it goes. And there's a bunch of things back there, so. All right. Okay, almost there. We got about a bazillion plugs here. I don't have to do those, but I don't even know what the hell that is. I don't know if I want to know. But yeah, we've got all these plugs on the back here. I'm trying to undo, which are a pain in the butt. I'm using this little set here. Actually, it's just a car set I got. That was on clearance at AutoZone. Nice little. But we finally, there's no 7mm in here, which is weird. It skips. You think for a small set. But it looks like the 9/32, which is what the headlight was too, which is funny. But it's 4 bolts here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Get that. The old beast is out. Well, sort of. We got to do the plugs here. Just those couple plugs, and that's what this will all match up to here in a second. That's the antenna. The only thing I didn't is I don't know how the new one's gonna mount in here. I didn't get a kit to mount it, but it might just fit in the stock holes. I don't know. We're gonna have to figure that out. Just unplug. Well, I don't know how it should just come out, but these will pop right out. Okay, fun time. So I made sure this is the one with the stereo. That plugs in the back of the stereo. And then these two are the ones that I ordered that go, so they'll go to this and then they'll plug into the stock things here, which I made sure they fit. What we've got to do though, they already got all the connectors, so basically I just have to put those together. But we got to do is match up because there's different pins and stuff, so we got to match this up and make sure that these pins, like see where it says yellow battery and all that's all correct. And then also, there's no brackets with the stereo, so it's just going to be sitting in here. I have to go to Walmart or AutoZone or something and get those like metal brackets that fit. I guess I should make sure it fits in there. I mean, it should. That one's way bigger. But yeah, I don't have the bracket, so then it'll mount to the stereo and then mount here, because right now it'll just set in here. There's no way to hold it down, but we'll get it wired first because that's easy to do. We'll worry about the wires while it's still. So we're looking at that. You see it says yellow number 1, pin 1, and then you see the little one here. So what we want to do is we want to look at our harness, and you can see that's the same because there's 2 pins on the right, there's 2 pins on the right. So we want to find the yellow. It happens to be yellow, but see we have a yellow right here, and then we want to make sure on this one that it is the same. And if we look at the little thing there, it says battery plus, and so these 2 are correct. So we just got to peel this off and put it together, and see yellow 12-volt battery. This should be fun. All right, we're getting there. Some of you are probably going, what in the actual hell? Some of these aren't going to be used, but it looks more confusing than it is because there's extra wires. Those are mostly extras. So we're hooking up the speakers right now. And I don't have anything hooked up, but we're doing these. So you have a front positive and a front negative. And what's really cool is actually on this holder, the colors are actually the same. So one with the stripe is the negative, and then the positive is the gray. And then, you can just match it up on here, and you can see number 2 in gray right front speaker. So that's all we're doing. And then, I don't know if I can really get this, but see if I can hold it while we do this. So we're just taking, they already pre-stripped these, as you can see. Normally, you just take your little wire cutters here. These are some old ones I got, but we'll just pull that off. And then you can see the wires exposed on the end. So I was cutting some of these because they're a little longer than I needed. You can also put like shrink tube and all that, but I'm not that worried about this, obviously, because we're not going to have this forever. But what I'm going to do is take this and fold it over. So we're going to just kind of fold it over so it doubles on itself. Okay, see, it's folded over now. And then what I'm going to do is then I really need to get holders. Then we're going to take this and spin it so it'll fit in that's called a butt connector, those little red connectors right there. Okay, wire spun, not the best in the world, but it works. And now we got to go get the one with the line on it. See, it has the black line. There's just 2. It's real easy. I know it looks more difficult. And then, like I said, that's a butt connector, and it goes in there, and then all you do is press it. See, these came with that already pressed on, but you'll use your wire strippers. Those are just cheapies, but it has a See the red, blue, and yellow at the top for the different size. These are red. Obviously, they're small wires. And so now you can see it's on there, right? But what we need to do is we still need to crimp it, because if not, it just slides right out of there. Okay, so you can see I've got it on there. You don't want to do it on the ends because the metal is not on the end. You can see. So I've got it over the metal, and you just squeeze down. These are kind of cheap, so they don't really work as good. And then when you squeeze down, it should be crimped. So, see, it's crimped. If you squeeze too hard sometimes, or they use cheap connectors, you'll expose metal, which then, you can't have metal exposed on here because then it would short it out. But you can see now, I'm pulling on that and seeing it's, pinched inside there. What I am going to do is I'll wrap all these together. So like the two grays, I'll put these together and I'm going to wrap them in electrical tape around these connectors, just so everything kind of stays, separated per color. It's not that hard. It looks like it is, but obviously if you got general knowledge, it's okay. But I've done this a lot of times. Usually I've cut into that stuff back in the day. I ran new wires, but nowadays with all these, connectors like that and newer cars, you don't want to go cutting into wires. I had experience on like old, 80s and 90s cars. But we're going to finish this up. We've got most of it. Again, those are a bunch of extras that aren't used. A couple speaker wires on there I think are, but getting there. Okay, we're done. So these are not used. So this harness is used for multiple vehicles, as you see, and there's another layout on the back side. So there's extra wires on it that do not apply. Some are satellite radio, which I don't think this one actually has, which is fine. I don't have it anyways. That old one has XM, but anyways. So both those taped off right there are all wires not used. The only thing left on the harness that goes to the new stereo is brake, which we don't have a brake thing, I don't believe. Power antenna, I do not have a power antenna, and then reverse, which may connect to the reverse camera, but I don't have any reverse things on here. So looks like we're done. We're going to plug it in, see if it works. The only question is there's a weird one here. So this purple and white says it's one of the rear speakers, but on the actual here, it says, rear negative or whatever. So one of these purples may not be connected correctly for the rear speaker. So I just need to make sure that it actually works, hopefully. So we're going to find out when we plug it in, and I may have to move that one. According to that chart it is, but according to the wiring it's not. So I don't know. We'll find out. But everything else matched up, sort of, kind of. One thing I'm a little worried about too is the subwoofer. I'm not sure how that turns on, and there's no wiring here for it. The stock subwoofer, so I'm not sure. Easy peasy plug in there, so that just plugs in, and then that one will. Where's the other? We got this one here. Just gotta try to do this with one hand. Maybe not. Yeah, that's not really. Let's see, can I get it? One-handed? No. All right, here goes nothing. It's a new player here. And we need to plug it in. Stay. Oh, it's not close enough. Okay. Something could possibly not work too, because I got all the stuff in the dash unplugged. Well, that goes to that, part. So some things like go through those other relays, but we'll see if the stereo works. go. Click in there, you little bugger. Upside down. No, that's the right way. Oh, there's a little clippy clip you gotta push. Okay, I think it's all plugged in. Maybe it's not, because I don't see any lights. And I think it's upside down. Yeah, it is. Let's see. Maybe it's not plugged in. Okay, all put back together, and no juice, but there's one wire apparently you have to run an auxiliary to an ignition, which is what this is for, because it won't work off of the regular power for a stock stereo. So I gotta get a fuse thing, and I'm just gonna get a double fuse and plug it into the fuse box and then run this to that instead of ripping something out of the ignition. If I had a test light, I could go in and see which one, but we'll just hook it to something that turns on with the ignition. Yeah, no juice. So I don't know if anything works, but we'll see. And it's now, yeah, dark. Dark. So, okay, we got the fuses off. There's the fuse panel in a weird spot. So we're gonna use one of these. I'm just at AutoZone here. So I got this add-on that goes in the fuse, and then you can just run the wire into that instead of having to tap into something else. And then they're out of the one, so we got these ones that blow if they light up. And then this is the fuse for the fan. The one that's broken, I pulled out. So we need that later, not now, but I guess we'll put it in the glove box or something. Okay, let's see. These are the fancy ones, and then you can keep the radio controls on the steering wheel, which we're not gonna do. We need an antenna adapter, which, let's see which one will end up working. Equinox 0506, old one, wrong one. GM Jeep. Or is it Equinox 07 to 09? Nice, okay. How much is this one? I don't even see it anywhere. This is old or something. It's the right one, but 10, I don't know. Okay, whatever. So end up getting that. And then we need a kit. We've got GM Suzuki 90 through 2012. The Equinox. So what this is see, it's those brackets that mount to the side of the stereo, and then you can mount it, and with those bolts. Since I didn't get one, I thought I did, but I didn't. Chevy Equinox 05 to 09. Okay, nice. Then we look out. And see all those little screw holes? It just mounts to the side and then bolts in. I'll show you. And then that has the little custom plate on it. So it kind of fills that gap where the stereo was. So it looks like it's, stock. Nice. All right. Well, another $30. Okay, it's like 1 in the morning, and I ate dinner and I'm actually pretty awake because I didn't drive, so I almost feel rested. I slept last night, so we're gonna keep going. We got a thermostat earlier. We'll replace that when we do the thing, probably tomorrow. But I want to finish this up, so we got this piece at Walmart earlier, as you've seen. And we need to run that one wire, so we're gonna mess with this while we have a chance. But I gotta retake this off because, you know, I hooked it all back up and it's just floating around in here. So even if we take it apart, I'll leave it or whatever, but finish it in the morning. I'm way more awake at night, so should be able to wrap this up in the next hour or so. Shouldn't take too long. Just don't want to unplug all these stupid little plugs again and gear shift. Alright, so you use these little screws that come with the stereo, and then these are the little brackets, so then we can, you know, mount it in the normal screw holes here. So you just kind of line these up, and, you know, wherever they fit, there's like 100 holes, or I don't know, like 50 on this side. So you just kind of line them up and pick whichever ones work, I guess. Gotta make sure it's straight there. See, we got like quite a few that line up. You don't have to put them all in there, but kind of a pain in the ass. Okay, well, we got this side done. So, see, the screws just go in there. That one, I don't know, won't go in, but it's fine. It's not like it's gonna move. So we got we got 4 in there, so I'm gonna flip it over and do the other. Okay, I lied. Well, it is kind of in there. For some reason it looks crooked, I don't know. Anyways, we're not done, but this is kind of what it will look like, and then obviously the trim piece will go on. I still got to run that wire, but I got the, you know, trim, and it's in there at least. We'll mess with it later. It's like after 2 a.m., so yeah, I'm tired. All right, we're back at it again. We got Karen here that decided to have her conversation right next to me and with their window down. Just whatever, just loud and annoying. But we're back at it again. So this bracket's kind of in the way, and it probably helps support the dash a little bit, but I don't have anything to cut it, but and so we drilled it out up there in the corner, and then right here we're gonna hit that last one and just take that out because it's hitting the back of the CD player here, or DVD, whatever, same thing. It's a little too deep, and so just barely kind of push on it, and I'd like to have it sit flush. Okay, got it. Hey, it broke off easier than I thought. So now there's an extra couple inches, ladies. And from what I can tell, that does nothing. Well, there's a little piece of the antenna that fell, and it doesn't seem to be magnetic, so I wrapped tape around my little magnetic pickup tool thing here. We're gonna stick it down there and try to get it. I can take this off and get it if I really, but I really don't want to do that. It's deep down in the crevice down there. And that ain't for me. That's gross. Gotta clean that. It's dog hair and shit in there. Alright, got it. So this is an antenna that was on there that went into the stereo. It didn't come out though, so that actually ripped out of there, which it's fine, it can just go back in there, but I had to have this piece for the adapter. Adapter we got at Wally World, and see, dang, did I just drop it again? Oh, there it is. So this fits onto here, and then this goes into the stereo. Pain in the butt. But this is the actual antenna. I gotta push that back in through there and make sure it don't come off. Okay, now we're gonna add this accessory, so wire, because apparently the stock harness, it doesn't work. So we're gonna use one of these fuse tabs. This goes into where the fuse goes. Then you put the two fuses in there, and then you just run a wire rather than having to chop into. It's kind of just an easy way. And then the harness came with this, so we'll just run this wire, and then chop that end off and put it into the back there. Fun stuff. We gotta get over, it's on that side. And then before we tap into that, I'm gonna see, this is a dual too. And this is the dual. We're gonna see what we need, because I think this has to tap into a power source as well up here to run all this. It's gonna be a 2-day process here, this stereo, but it'll be nice when it works. Still haven't done the radiator, but I don't know. I guess we're taking a couple days off. All right, that's ran. We just got to put the fuses in it. The antenna's hooked up with the adapter. Technically, it should work. And then we can move on to messing with the camera. I just got to go over there and put the fuses in, and then it'll activate, and we should have power. All right, we just put the fuses. I got the nice ones that light up if they blow, so I can tell. Make it easier. We just gotta plug this in. Should have power. Let's go look. All right, let's see if I did this right. Okay. Still no juice. What the hell? Something's not right. Okay, we reconnected to the battery plus and messed with the other wire. Let's see if we've got victory. Hey! Finally! Holy shit! Finally! Oh my god. Now we're just gotta make sure everything works. Okay, as you can see, it's on, but we have no audio at all. Oh, see, it's that just touched. That was funny. I was gonna show you guys, but yeah. It's not turning on the sub back there. So these two, I just got a touch, and then it should turn on. There we go. All right, we're gonna take this off because I was messing before. So. All right, it's all working. It's on. Okay. Bluetooth. So I'm gonna tape up all that stuff, and then we gotta start running the wires for the camera. I tested everything, it all works, so I'm good to put it all back together. Fun. All right, well, we're just taping up stuff. These aren't used in the harness. Yes, installers, yeah, whatever. This is not a pro job. If it was a pro job, I'd use, heat shrink and solderless and whatever, but this is only going to be in here probably a year or less, so Anyways, these are all taped up now, so those aren't even used. We're gonna wrap these up, but we're gonna run the camera wire that has to go into the back of there. So this just pops off. We're just gonna sneak it underneath and then bring it out there, and then I've got to run it all the way, to the back. Old school, like gaming cable. Okay, 5 years later, you see it's in there. I just tightened down the screws. We just gotta plug everything back in. The camera wires ran over here and powered. So we just gotta run it back and then do the camera. But stereo's done. Everything works. All good. Fits. It's all good to go. Okay, all done. That actually fit really good. Actually, it was really tight to get back on there, that trim piece. But yeah, there's no gap at all. It fit pretty good. So, all works. The only bad, I need to move that fuse thing because it stays on all the time. So I need to get it to something that turns off when the key and stuff comes out. The ignition, but we'll mess with that later. I'll just turn it off. We want to play it. Let's see. Oh, I've been wanting to play this for weeks. It doesn't auto connect to the Bluetooth either, which kind of sucks. But I mean, it does, but you have to select Bluetooth. It doesn't just start playing. Is this gonna work? This thing's so old.
Hey man, I'm joining a related.
It's working. Adam Sandler.
Joining it, so you got to sign up too. What are you talking about?
Here's a more fitting song.
Piece of shit.
Equinox, piece of shit. If you made it this far, I really appreciate it. This is a longer video. I didn't edit much of it. I just went through and watched it. This was almost a month ago. Yeah, about a month ago. But I figured I'd get it out. There's a couple of you diehards that would love to see it. And some people that are just interested. So, we show everything. The videos about this kind of stuff do better than the Dash ones for whatever reason. So, thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. And, yeah, it's all in there now. I still haven't ran the camera, so we'll just do that in a separate video. The wires are there and ready. I just got to run them. And then we're going to install a little extra cigarette lighter plug-in thing down here. And a couple of things to do, but it's nice and rainy. And just sitting here on Saturday, and I've been waiting about 2 hours, and I've had no orders. So there's your update. Just sitting around with no orders, so I figured let's get some editing done and free up some room on that phone. Thank you guys, I appreciate it. And again, this isn't super recent, but here you go.